Hello everyone, welcome to QDF's self-tape pointers. I'll be going through a couple things to make sure that your self-tape is the best that it can be. Let's start off with the basics. Be sure to film in landscape and not in portrait. That is, shoot horizontally and not vertically, unless otherwise specified. Try to make sure that your background is free of obscurities, and try not to wear something that'll blend you in with it. Don't sweat it if there's a light switch or electrical outlet in your background. Perfection is not the goal here, but seeing you is. In terms of lighting, natural light really works wonders and is often the easiest as well. Try to place the window in front of you or off to your sides. Try never to have a window behind you or else you will be backlit. If this isn't possible, then ring lights or homemade lighting setups are really great as well. Now for some technical points. Don't shoot in super high resolution. We don't need 4K, we don't need 8K. It would make the file size really big and add processing time. Standard HD, which is 1080p or 720p, is absolutely fine and is really recommended for self-tapes in general. And now, some tips if you're using an iPhone, and I will read this because I do not have an iPhone. If you're an iPhone user, and especially if you have somewhat of a newer iPhone, you want to be sure that you're not shooting in high efficiency mode, which would actually be 4K. Go to the camera settings, tap Format, and then choose Most Compatible. This will help keep your video size smaller and be in a format that we can actually use. Now, in terms of audio, try your best to have clear audio. So, if at all possible, turn off your fridge, close your windows. Remember, that's going to be the difference between this and this. And again, perfection is not the goal, as long as we can hear you clearly. We're not going to disqualify you, of course, if there's a car passing by outside or if there's a bang from an adjacent apartment. And if you do turn off your fridge, then don't forget to turn it back on afterwards. Most self-tapes will actually start off with a slate. That is a short video introducing you as well as what you'll be performing. For our purposes, please include your name, your agency if you have one, as well as your chosen pieces. Hi, my name is Rahul Gandhi. I'm with Mark at House of Mark. I'll be performing a monologue from Crave by Sarah Kane, and my second offering will be Dentist from Little Shop of Horrors. Let's talk about framing. So your framing should depend on your scene. Generally, for theater, a good medium shot will do nicely. This is because the camera is close enough to pick up on your details, and at the same time it's far enough away to pick up some of your physicality. Don't be afraid to move your camera depending on your scene. A small, intimate scene for theater might do well in a medium close-up, such as this. But a scene that calls for specific physicality or gestures may do well to be a little bit more zoomed out. For instance, a movement piece or a clown piece. If you're performing your monologue to somebody else or to multiple people, it is important to find eye lines. That is, find a place where you can look just off the camera, maybe behind the camera, where you can place your eyes and make it seem as if you're having a conversation with somebody or talking to them. Anchor these things in the room with objects that you may find behind your camera. For instance, I'm looking at a door frame right now, just off center of the camera. You can use light switches, you can use your thermostat, anything really to make it seem like you're talking to somebody and give yourself a strong eye line. Try this out with a couple of trial runs as well. Watch yourself in a previous recording to see if it really works. Generally, for monologues, it's a good idea not to look directly into the lens. It is important to place your camera at eye level. That is, the lens should be lined up with your eye, a little above, a little below. That's perfect. Also, try to keep your camera on something sturdy. You can use a tripod. You can use a whole bunch of luggage and a couple of drawers. I've definitely used both. Try not to have your camera be handheld. This can add some shake and some obscurities that we would rather avoid. Let's talk about what to wear. You should wear something that makes you feel comfortable and confident. Generally, you should stay away from distracting patterns or distracting text. Stripes, for example, may look great in real life, but look a little bit different on camera. In general, things that look great in real life might end up looking different on camera. If you're unsure, just put yourself on tape. Do a little screen test wearing an outfit and see how it looks. A good rule of thumb is to stick with solid colors, blues, grays, maroons, things like that. And also try to not wear something that will blend you into your background. Basically, don't do what I'm doing right now.